Look up how to build muscle and you'll get 1,000 answers. Train to failure, never train to failure. 6 days a week, no, 3. Good news, almost none of it decides whether you grow. Building muscle is 2 things, that's it. Stay with me and you'll know both, and exactly how to tell they're working. And to be fair to everyone giving that advice, most of it isn't wrong. Rest times matter a little, exercise order matters a little, tempo matters a little, but here's what nobody puts in the title. All of that combined is the last 5%. You can get every one of those details perfect and still not grow. And you can get most of them slightly wrong and grow just fine, as long as the 2 underneath are handled. So let's talk about what your body is actually deciding. Your body does not want to build muscle. That sounds harsh, but it's just economics. Muscle is expensive. It costs energy to build. And it costs energy every single day just to carry around. Your body runs a budget, and it does not spend on things it doesn't need. So it built exactly enough muscle to handle your normal life, carrying your shopping bags, getting off the couch, whatever you ask of it regularly. That's the amount it decided you needed, and it is very happy there, which means wanting more does nothing. The only thing that changes the decision is a demand your body cannot comfortably meet right now. When you lift something genuinely hard, close enough to your limit that the last couple of reps are a real fight, your body gets a message it can't ignore. Something out there is heavier than what I'm built for. If that happens again, I need to be bigger. So it builds. Not because it wants to, but because the cost is finally worth paying. Now flip it around. What happens if the demand never goes up? If every week you walk in and lift roughly what you lifted last week, your body does the smart thing. It says, we already handled this, no changes needed. And it stays exactly where it is, not because it's broken, because it's working perfectly. You just stopped giving it a reason. And here's the genuinely unfair part. Both ways of getting this wrong feel identical to getting it right. You can train hard for a year without ever training harder. You show up, you sweat, you leave tired, and the numbers never move. It feels like effort because it is effort. It just isn't a new demand. Same with food. You can eat well and still not eat enough to build with. Nothing about that feels like a mistake. Neither of these sets off an alarm. You just arrive at the end of the year in roughly the same body, and because you can't point at anything you obviously did wrong, you start assuming the problem is you. Your genetics, your frame, something you were born with. Almost always it isn't. So here's the good news, and it's better than it sounds. You don't need more time in the gym. You don't need a new split. Both of these are fixable this week, and neither one is complicated. 2 things. 1, do a little more than last time. That's the whole first thing. Not a lot more, a little. 1 more rep than you managed last time. Or 2.5 more pounds, or the same weight at the same reps, but one of them was cleaner than it used to be. All of those count, and it doesn't have to happen on every lift, every session. Some days you'll feel tired and you'll just match what you did before, and that is completely fine. What matters is the direction across weeks. That is progressive overload. That's the entire idea. People make it sound complicated. It's a direction. Which brings up the obvious problem. You can't do more than last time if you can't remember what last time was. And honestly, that's what makes people quit, not laziness. You put in months of real work, you see yourself in the mirror every single day, so you never catch the change. And eventually you start wondering whether you're just one of those people who doesn't grow. You're not. You just never had anything telling you it was working. That's why I built the progressive overload tracker I use. Years of training and I was still walking and guessing, so I built the thing I wanted and I still use it every session. You log a set and it shows you exactly what you hit last time on that same lift, so you always walk in with a number to beat. It tracks every lift over time and can also create a graph of your body weight trend so you can see which direction you're actually going. It runs in Excel and Google Sheets, so there's a good chance it's already on your phone. Nothing to install, no account to make. And every gym app out there wants a subscription that charges you every month forever. This is a one-time download, costs less than a month of those other ones, and this one is truly yours forever. With the other guys, The day you stop paying them, your whole training history goes with it. This is a file. It's yours, and nobody can ever take that away. It's in the description. If you've been putting in the work and you just want to finally see it with real data, that's what I built it for. 2. Give your body something to build with. Muscle isn't made of effort. It's made of material, and the main one is protein. You don't need to be overly precise about this. The range most people land on is somewhere around 3/4 of a gram to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight every day. If that sounds like a lot, that's kind of the point. It's usually more than people are actually eating. And you need enough food overall. If you're trying to add muscle and the scale hasn't moved in months, you're not eating enough to build with, whatever it feels like. That's it. That's the second thing. Enough protein, enough food. That's what actually decides it. So now the question this whole video has been building to: how do you actually know it's working? Not the mirror. The mirror is the worst measuring tool you own. You look at yourself every single day, which makes you the last person on earth who will notice you changing. Slow change is invisible to the person living inside it. Try this right now. Pick your favorite lift, the one you actually look forward to. Now tell me whether you're lifting more on it than you were 3 months ago. Not whether you feel stronger, whether the number is actually higher. Most people genuinely can't answer that. And if you can't answer it, you have no idea whether the last 3 months worked. So use the 2 honest signals instead. Your numbers across weeks and your body weight across months. Together they tell you not just whether you're changing, but which way. And here's what actually happens once you start. The first 2 weeks feel like nothing. You'll add a rep here, a small jump there, and it'll seem far too small to be doing anything. That's the part where most people quit. Around week 3 or 4, something shifts. The weight that used to be your hard set turns into your warm-up. You'll notice it mid-session, and it's genuinely a good feeling. Then somewhere around month 3, someone says something. A friend, a family member, someone who hasn't seen you in a while. And the odd part is that you won't be surprised because you'll already have known for weeks. You will have watched it happen in the numbers long before it showed up in the mirror. That's the real difference, not the muscle, the certainty. So if you take one thing out of this, take this. Beat last time a little. Eat enough to build with. Everything else is a detail you can sort out later. If you'd rather have this stuff explained than shouted at you, subscribe and I'll keep making them. Now, go add a rep. Just one more than last time.